So here we're going to add a student called Kumar and age 25 of Lake City. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use the add sync method here and then save changes sync. Once we have the student, we're gonna track the student's ID in this new student variable over here. And then once the student has been added, we are going to look for that student with that ID. Again, we're using the find sync method, basically prevents your computer program from freezing. So if there's a delay on the database side, then it won't cause any freezing of your application. Your application will still be responsive, just waiting for a reply back from the database. And then once we found that student, we are going to update the city to Dallas City. So it's the same student that we added over here. We initially added with Lake City, but then we changed the city to Dallas City. And then finally, once we've done that, we will again use the sync method. But after that, we will then delete that student. So we put that student over here, and we are going to then use the remove method here to remove that student. And again, we are going to sync the changes with the database using async, and finally the student will be deleted. So what we'll do is on our database side, we will create a false delay. So we will run this code over here, and what this will do is it will hold a lock on the table. And when we run our code, you will see that for a while, nothing will happen. So here your program is still responsive. There are no issues. But as soon as we release the lock on the database side, what you'll find is your program has finished running. So as soon as it was able to did execute the relevant code, and we got the output that we wanted. So it created a student with ID 8. That's where they found the student. And then of course, we got the updated the city to Dallas City, and then finally it deleted the student. So you use the async methods to prevent delays with and freezing of your application. So it's very simple. You use the add function to add the student. You use find function to find the student. You use save changes to save changes to a student. So this is where, for example, you update their city, for example, and then to remove a student, you simply use the remove method. So you can see our database never actually saw the Kumar student appearing here. It was for a very brief while that he was added into the database, but he was deleted as soon as our code ran. But he was deleted shortly after, because this is what our entire program does within the main method.